Jamie Carragher hits back at Ange Postecoglou's suggestions that there is an agenda to get him sacked, as he claims his playing style causes injuries. Tottenham are 14th in the Premier League after enduring a miserable campaign. Spurs boss Ange Postecoglou claimed there is an agenda to get him sacked. Listen now. It's all kicking off. Available wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Monday and Thursday. Jamie Carragher has refuted Ange Postecoglou's suggestions that there is an agenda against the Tottenham boss. Spurs are in the midst of a miserable season, with the club 14th in the Premier League, having lost 13 of their 24 league games. They also crashed out of both the FA Cup and Carabao Cup last week, although they do remain in the Europa League after automatically qualifying for the last 16 stage. Throughout the difficult run, which has come amid a serious injury crisis, the Australian has repeatedly defended himself and insisted that the absentees are the major factor in his side's struggles. In fact, following their 2-1 defeat by Aston Villa on Sunday, he even hinted there is an agenda to have him sacked as Tottenham boss. However, Carragher hit back at the Australian and said that although the injuries have played a part, the struggles under his leadership were clear to see before that. Carragher highlighted how Spurs have lost 25 of their past 52 Premier League games, having initially rocketed to the top of the table at the start of the 2023-24 season with 8 wins from 10. That came before Spurs suffered a dramatic 4-1 defeat by Chelsea where, despite being reduced to 9 men, Postecoglou continued to play an extremely brave high line even though his side were being repeatedly exploited. Carragher pointed to that game and said there were warning signs for the start of their decline. He said these damning statistics, losing 25 of 52 games, absorb poor performances before and after the recent horrendous injury list, which, depending on your faith in the manager, is either partially or totally responsible for Tottenham's current troubles. Carragher also hinted that Postecoglou's style of play had contributed to Spurs' long injury list, while he criticized his lack of adaptability. In this situation, you cannot disassociate the injuries from the playing style, he added. Their principles are the same in all circumstances, the onus being on the players to keep pressing high whatever the situation and score. The reality is this: if you insist on only driving in the fast lane, your tires are going to wear quicker. Carragher continued, Spurs make it too easy for the opposition. Their flaws were identifiable even with their first-choice defense on the pitch, so the idea it will all click back into place once the cavalry returns is optimistic. The Premier League consists of 20 of the top coaches working in world football. It is incomprehensible that any coach will not appreciate how and where their rival will be seeking to exploit flaws and act accordingly. That is why saying "this is what we do" rings alarm bells. Sometimes you must appreciate that what you want to do will not work. It may only be for a few minutes, but surely being able to read how a game is going or might go is a prerequisite of top-class management. Carragher went on to claim that Spurs chairman Daniel Levy is right to stick by Postecoglou until his players get back to fitness, before he categorically denied there was an agenda against Postecoglou. Spurs return to action on Sunday afternoon when they host Manchester United at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.